In the name of God, the All-Beneficent, the All-Merciful. Indeed, God chose Adam and Noah, and the progeny of Abraham and the progeny of Imran above all the nations. Some of them are descendants of the others, and Allah is all-hearing, all-knowing. At the start of this verse, the Quran begins to tell the story of Mary, her ancestors, and their status. They serve as the perfect example of true love for God, and how that love shows itself through action, as the preceding verses pointed out. The term chosen comes from the idea of purity, being free from impurities, and from it comes clarity, like clear stones. So, being chosen means selecting what is pure. The verse says that God chose Adam, Noah, the family of Abraham, and the family of Amram above all people. This choosing might be by nature or by law. It means God created these people distinctively from the very start. But that distinction did not force them to follow the path of truth. Instead, they freely and willingly made that choice. That special nature prepared them to guide humanity. Because they obeyed God's commands, practiced piety, and strove to guide others, they acquired another form of distinction that mixed with their inherent one, so they became among the chosen. Research into the stages of creation and the lives of prophets will come later when focusing on Mary, Jesus, and John, since their stories are connected. Offspring, one from another. This line shows that those chosen were alike in faith, purity, piety, and in striving to guide people, like different copies of one book, each reflecting the other. And God is all-hearing, all-knowing. At the end, the verse underlines that God watches their efforts and deeds, hears their words, and knows their actions. This also hints at the heavy responsibilities of the chosen before God and before creation. This verse references all the prophets of strong resolve. After naming Noah explicitly, it mentions the family of Abraham, which includes Noah himself, Moses, Jesus, and the prophet Muhammad. Mentioning the family of Amram again points to Mary and Jesus, since this verse is a lead-in to their story. Here's the important question. Even though this distinction didn't force the prophets to follow truth and doesn't contradict free will, isn't it a kind of special favor? We answer, a creation built with an orderly system naturally brings about differences. Consider the human body. It's a well-organized creation. To keep harmony, there must be differences between organs. If all the cells were as delicate as the ones in the retina, or as hard and strong as bone cells, or as sensitive as brain cells, or as active as heart cells, the body's system would collapse. There need to be brain cells to manage organs, bone cells to maintain structure, nerve cells to receive commands, mobile cells to create movement. No one asks why the whole body isn't made of brain cells. And in plants, why are all cells not as delicate as rose petals? If they were, the plant's structure would fall apart. The key point is that this kind of inherent distinction needed for creating order is not simple. It carries great responsibility. That privilege and that heavy responsibility help balance creation. The more important the responsibility a prophet has, the greater the distinction they hold among people. Similarly, people's differences match their responsibilities. Also, having a natural distinction isn't enough to draw close to God. There must also be an acquired distinction. The verse doesn't list every person God has chosen. It only names some. So, even if some prophets aren't mentioned, that doesn't mean they weren't chosen. Also, the family of Abraham includes Moses, the prophet Muhammad, and the chosen among his descendants, because they all are part of Abraham's lineage. A scholar named Raghib, in his book Mufradat, explains that family comes from people, but family is used especially for relatives of great, noble people, unlike people, which can refer more broadly to any group, place, or time. For example, one might say, people of a city, but not family of a city. It's understood that God's choosing of Abraham's and Amram's families doesn't include every descendant, since some might have been unbelievers. The meaning is some from those families. Amram here refers to the father of Mary, not the father of Moses, since whenever the name Amram appears in these Quranic verses, it means Mary's father, as comes out in the verses that describe Mary's situation. Many hadiths and traditions from the Prophet's family consider this verse evidence of the infallibility of prophets and imams. The Prophet's family are the 12 imams after Muhammad, just like there were 12 tribes among Jacob's sons and 12 disciples of Jesus. Their lives, their infallibility, and how they differ from the tribes and disciples will be discussed in future research, God willing. Indeed, God does not choose the sinful, the polytheists, or the corrupt. He chooses the purified and infallible. This also shows that infallibility has levels. Some modern scholars interpret this verse through the lens of evolution, suggesting that Adam was not the first human being, but that many people existed before him, and that God chose Adam among them, creating a distinct lineage. They take the phrase "over all the worlds" to support this. They argue there was already a human community in Adam's time, so Adam was simply one chosen by God. However, in response, one can say, there is no evidence that the worlds refers to people who lived alongside Adam. It more likely means all human societies across history. Thus, the verse means that God chose from among all generations across time certain individuals, beginning with Adam, then Noah, then Abraham's family, and then Amram's family. Because each lived in different ages, we understand that the worlds refers to all humanity across all eras, not only Adam's contemporaries. Therefore, there's no reason to believe Adam lived among other humans and was chosen from them. The next video will begin with the vow of Mary's mother and Mary's birth, the true story. The full, authentic story you've never heard before, exactly as it is in the Holy Quran, without any distortion. You will discover that you may have never truly known Mary and Jesus, peace be upon them, nor heard their real story until you hear the facts revealed through the Quran and the household of the Prophet. Peace be upon him whom God made a mercy for all mankind. We will also draw from Tafsir al-Amthal by Ayatollah Makarim Shirazi, along with explanations from other respected scholars. I need your support to help this message reach more people. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and share these videos with your friends and family. Your support helps me continue spreading the light of the Quran and the truth of faith to hearts around the world.